Alright, we're gonna have a game. Great. In the first seat... Oh god. We have cards. Blue Star rated 642, Dictator rated 432, and Lolo rated 509. There's a beer table and a carrot museum. These Ox are not amazing. Farm Store is not good enough Carrot Museum support on its own. Passing Carrot is dangerous. Passing Beer Table is dangerous. Passing Outskirts is dangerous. I mean, this is kind of like a gamble. Seed Cellar, Beer Table. Seed Cellar's like not good enough to take here. Just for Beer Table's sake. God, I'm like not good with Outskirts. Baker is safer. Whatever I take here, I'm... like, it's pretty gambly. I don't have any certainty over what I'm getting. Alright, so then in terms of gambling... This is fun, I get to gamble on my own stream. I can't take Carrot Baker. Carrot Baker doesn't make enough sense. I can go full gamble that I get a huge amount of grain support by taking Baker Beer Table. I can take Outskirts Carrot. So I think I need to do Outskirts Carrot or Baker Beer Table. Also, to anyone memeing, Pioneering Spirit is also not Carrot Museum support. Alright, I think I take Baker Beer Table and I plow aggressively in the hopes that it hurts Carrot Museum too much. I think in the abstract, Carrot and Outskirts is the higher ceiling play. This is kind of like the safer play. Not super happy. But Potter Ceramics makes me very happy. I guess Sheepwalker would have made me pretty happy too. Greenhouse coming around. Okay, so no matter which minor I took, this pack supports it pretty well. Oh, actually. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, Collier Clay Deposit exists. Oh my god, though. We're gonna get the Cobb Challenge. Alright, the default idea is to de-draft Sheepwalker here because passing Sheepwalker to Carrot Museum is ridiculous. I'm trying to suss out what happens if I take Collier or Basket Maker's wife, and I don't think it works out. Did I consider Pioneering Spirit Salter? I did not. Seed Cellar Wheel Swagman was never a consideration because of Seed Cellar being bad and Swagman being bad, and that's not quite enough support. Field Watchman, I would definitely be trying to wheel Swagman. Seed Cellar, I'm not, unless the pack is really, really bad, and I do think Baker and Outskirts have more play. CW, I don't know about sweating. CW might be more excited than sweating. Tree Gardener is amazing to see here. Well, there's a lot of veggies in this draft, so... yeah, we're just taking Tree Gardener, though, because I do need a little more grain to run Beer Table along with Baker. But absent that, Feeding Dish is kind of interesting with Sheepwalker, too. Animal Dealer Feeding Dish is interesting with Sheepwalker. Wholesaler obviously good, but can't really justify it. Water Worker's very interesting with BM Wife in the draft. And Outskirts. Outskirts makes BM Wife pretty good, too. Yeah, it should be a really good Basket Maker's Wife game. Game Trade is obviously not that helpful with Sheepwalker. Stone Clearing, kind of interesting for what I'm trying to do. Debating between Food Basket and Feeding Dish, though. Yeah, Feeding Dish is probably not needed. This is fine. And obviously Clay Hut Builder is very good, too, with Potter Ceramics, but... wow. Zazaki would have taken Collier in hope to wheel the Clay Supply and then just throw the game to the Carrot Museum because you're passing Sheepwalker. Ridiculous. The best thing about taking Shovel Bearer is that it means no one else has Shovel Bearer. And German Heath with Sheepwalker is, like, good. Marushka, thanks so much for the gifted. This is tough. This is really tough. I think I probably passed Beer Keg. Can't do it. Y'all, I have no idea what is going on anymore. Well, now I really wish I took Straw Thatched Roof, but it'll be fine. There's enough read in this game. Both these cards say hollow on them. Seed Cellar is like... I don't really know if I should have taken out these... That makes me not sad to pass Seed Cellar. Oh, Swagman has it. Whatever, this game's dumb. Tilzor, you thought I was a mathematician, isn't bad plus bad good? Oh, great comment, Tilzor. Underrated Tree Gardener way too long? Yeah. Collier didn't come back, so... I don't know, Shovel Bear is pretty nasty good with Clay Deposit. Is this the moment where I disappoint the entire world and take Clay Deposit over Cobb? So, I don't actually have real grain. Y'all, the only real grain I have is Food Basket. Just gonna put that out there. I'm so sorry. I said I would cob, and here I am not cobbing. Animal Dealer Feeding Dish came around, though. That's great. Now I have real grain again. The thing is, something real grain payoffs can't be too good when you have Cobb. Something. Alright, how do I play all 7 of my Ox and not die? Cobb lets me turn grain into clay instead of 4 points. Yeah, basically. God. Why can't I autoplay all my Ox? I guess I made Sam happy. Shovel Bear feeds all. Praise the shovel. The problem is Collier is around. Oh god, and I'm start player. What am I doing? I'm definitely not taking Reedstone. We're going Ock Plow. Where's Begging Student when you need one? Classic comment. Could always use a Begging Student. Blue Star going Ock here. Okay. With all this reed in the game, it's worth noting there was a clay plasterer along with clay hut builder and carpenter. Lolo getting reedstone 4th. The idea here is to get a couple fields early, play food basket after Potter Ceramics oven, and sow them in stage 3. The idea being that the plowing in round 1 and 2 really hamper the Carrot Museum. So let's see if Blue Star takes clay wood or clay wood reed. But I assume it's one of those. Hey look, Carrot Museum parts. Dictator starts after the 3 wood, reasonable with a bread paddle. And Grove. I guess I do need to be quick on clay oven now, but oh well. Dictator did not see Baker or Potter Ceramics, so. And they opened 2 wood. Or 2 reed, rather. Reedstone and Ock both seem important. Oh. Interesting. Joiner of the Sea I did not expect. Sad for Lolo to only have one pass at my pack that had Seed Seller and Swagman. We know they took Swagman. Or, we know they didn't take Seed Seller. Pavier is not a bad first stock, though, to private teach. So, because of how important the clay is for me, well, I should start, because Outskirts gets to go twice. And I'm getting 4 of something. I assume Blue Star's taking... Well, I actually don't know what Blue Star's taking. But with apologies to Shovelbearer, it is not the time for it here. I'm kind of hoping Major doesn't flip, so I have an excuse to go 4-4. I don't need an excuse to go 4-4. I'll hope for Major next round. How terrible is that? That can't be bad. That has to be my move, right? How is that not my move? Okay, if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Gosh, yeah, because 4-clay lock-in oven is very important for me. Hey, Heroic Logic. Yeah, and Blue Star Reedstone was semi-reasonable / possible. I think this will work out. If Blue Star majors, they might rather take a Hearth anyway. Or Fireplace, I should say, with Carrot Museum needed also. Yeah. That's basically what I'm saying, Ace Spade. If this is Clay Oven, well, I'm gonna claim I didn't have enough information to foresee that. And indeed, Blue Star does not take the Clay Oven with this move, so I am very close to safe, if not completely safe here. Fishing plus Joiner of the Sea. Interesting that Dictator's happy to take the wood to 2-food option. I guess if you play Joiner of the Sea, you'd better use it. Because this thing throws wood to other people, which is a choice. Lolo not getting a private teacher rock here. Who are you saying has a second move left this round? Oh, I guess Dictator opens up the private teacher. Yeah. Maybe you meant that. Bread Paddle, a bit of an odd play, but again, they didn't know what I had. You really like Joiner to see the tempo's sweet? See, I think that's crazy to say. Papermaker is also interesting to see right now. Okay, I have a move of freedom, kind of. But I think I'm just going to be happy enough to take that move second. Tree Gardener seems totally fine if I don't get 3 wood. Maybe even if I do get 3 wood. Yeah. Clay Oven necessary to make sure my game is on track here. So much for plowing a second field in stage 1. I did say I was going to, and then did other stuff. Not that the other stuff was bad at all, but I just didn't count out my moves super accurately, because, I mean, I don't think I fully processed what playing Outskirts meant. Blue Star trying to feed Joiner of the Sea again. Could be a first pick Carpenter's Parlor, or it could just be Carpenter. Blue Star still thinking before confirming. I mean, you're gonna get paid a wood. There's no way Dictator does this to not do wood to 3 food. When I said I have a move of 3 wood... No, I did say I have a move of freedom. Akin to, like, a degree of freedom in stats. Blue Star not gonna ock out a Carpenter or start with a Carpenter's Parlor, just building a room. That's not what I would have guessed from the 2 read move. Not sure what utility they were playing for. I mean, first room's like never that bad, but it's a bit of an odd circumstance to do it. Like, did they think Dictator was not taking 3 wood? I will possibly not build the second room here, though I might be able to outskirts again? Oh, no, I am getting second room, which I will take. Right, Swagman. Oh, just kidding. Swagman immediately works. I knew that. Does Outskirts Read add to the Shovel Bearer? No. Full buying here is a little crazy. Sivir, thanks so much for the tier 1. Hold on, let me make sure I do the right tree gardening amount. 1 for 1 is probably okay. No. I'll do 2 for 2. But yeah, Sivir, thanks so much for the 6 months. Very much appreciate that. Alright, I think I'm probably going 4 plus 4-2 again on Outskirts. Especially if it's not Grow. As CW would say, wood is better than food, and that's why Firewood Collector is better than Cultivator. That is absolutely something CW has said before. 3 clay for Dictator. Blue Star is protecting. They do have that Carrot Museum to play. After getting the greenhouse down. Even if it's late Sheep, I'm glad I de-drafted Sheepwalker. Oh, no, Killzor, like, I cannot run any of my game without Baker Clay Oven. Like, bit of a pity the Joiner of the Sea and the Tree Gardener didn't end up in the same hands. Yeah, Tree Gardener is a natural combo for that. Usually with Tree Gardener, you want the Joinery as well. I'm not as sure I need it here. Blue Star, interestingly, going for a plow instead of 2 wood. I'm assuming they wanted Collier on 3 clay, but didn't get it. So they are delaying their carrot play. Not sure what I think about that. I don't remember anything else they might have right now, so could be a variety of things. Dictator will build, even though they could build ahead of me. Lolo, I would expect to read stone here. But could be 2 wood. I guess I don't know what else they're doing. Baker Hearth would have been okay. No. No, I need so much food tempo to max out Tree Gardener. It's late grow, which means Blue Star is going to park again and then take wood. I am rewarded for doing setup shenanigans. Blue Star plays Asparagus Gift, so the plow does have some utility there. Dictator taking a fireplace? What do you need more food for? What is this? Why do you need to play a miner? It can't be fireplace, right? This is just a miner? There's no chance you need a fireplace here. Nobody needs a fireplace this game. Diamonds are better than Cheetos unless you're starving and far away from a market. Yes. You had a fun turn-based game with Fishing Net, Tree Gardener, Joiner of the Sea. Came second to Valchan's Brewery Pond Driftnet boat. Sounds like Brewery Pond is better than Joiner of the Sea. That's what I'm hearing. Is it a bit of selective listening? Maybe. Okay, so I have another move where I don't need to play the Uck. So this is 3 wood or build or Baker or plow. Pretty sure Blue Star takes wood in some way. So I think I can go... Three wood. That potentially lets me get... No, I don't think any 6 wood tactics work because of Swagman, unfortunately. Swagman messing with the build queue makes trying to set up a 6 wood for me, like, kind of useless. So I'm not even going to bother hoping for it. Second move, probably play Baker. I might plow, though, especially if Cheepock is taken. But yeah, playing the Ock after Lolo is out of moves seems prudent. Hot take, Brewery Pond better than Joiner of the Sea? Yeah. Brewery Pond always gets the better end of the deal. Brewery Pond is like literally bannable unless you're playing 4-player. No additional spaces. Like, it's the #1 card in pretty much every format, say the stats. And the only format where it's not is 4-player, no additional spaces. So, Baker's second move here, build plow next round, and I'm in good shape. Yeah, you can't do that, Blue Star. You need your wood. Do you want 2 wood, or... Wow. This is really playing it safe. Oh! Wow, I forgot. I forgot Joiner of the Sea. No, that's a very good move for Blue Star. 3 food and a wood. Agricola police are coming for Dictator. Paying a wood to 2 food, accidentally unlocking Carrot Museum. It is a stretch to read Carrot Museum with Blue Star's situation, but it's vaguely possible. Alright, there's my first pick, Baker, being a beast. I guess my food situation was another reason for Blue Star to go fishing there. But yeah, wow. Lucky to get away with that. Not the most lucky, but a little lucky. People are prioritizing clay because I've been taking it myself. Yep, I'm still on track to plow build. I guess I'm double building. I have so much food and read. I shouldn't overestimate the amount of food I have, but it does seem good from here. Growing fourth is unpleasant, but we must be winning? I think so. Blue Star, or Dictator has a zillion food. This looks very loverish. Like, bread paddle joiner of the sea, basket maker's wife, maintenance premium. This just yells lover to me. Dictator clearly going for the 3-room lover. And I'm not a big fan. With their food start, they really could have gotten away with round 5 lover. Wish we had lover. I'm honestly okay with a tree gardener. Tree gardener instead of lover says that I get 1/3 wood action instead of 2 actions. Yeah, I mean, lover would be better, but this is okay. Hey, Mighty W. Thanks for the GL. It is a cool setup. I did pass that Carrot Museum, though, and I got super rewarded for taking Baker by running into a Potter Ceramics the next pack. Also, but the only other Ak I considered was Outskirts Director, and that just wheeled. I don't really know why. I don't think it should have. Lover, I get plus fun points? True. Yeah, huge Kappa on that. Lolo getting a knock-in, needing more private teacher stuff, but not having it. Clay plasterer. Okay. I guess maybe I still get 6 wood. Stables. No. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I think I'm okay on no stables. Stables suck. Even when I have enough wood. late growth means I'm growing in round 10. Still running a food surplus. Why is the stable option the only one where restart on the right? Is that why I clicked it on accident? I didn't even realize why I clicked on it on accident, but I'm glad you have an explanation. This song kind of slaps. This is a good one. Love a harvest house. You know, too many of the... I don't know if that's too many. You might know the right number of BGA-specific quirks. How do we feel about 4-wood, 6-wood? Is that sufficiently oppressive to the rest of the table? I think the only reason I wouldn't do that is if I thought I could wheel 3 stone. If I take 6 wood and don't outskirt, I think Blue Star takes 4 wood. Dictator, Ox the Lover. Lolo's the one I don't have a read on. That could take the stone. Lolo might private teach, might reno the well. What good is the stone if I don't get the well? Plenty of uses. Okay, I'm gonna go for Woodstone. Love watching these games because whenever you grow last, you feel like game's already lost. But watching me play when I know I grow last, it feels like I'm ahead. So, I think it's the attitude you go into the game with, Killzor. Because I'm like trying to set my food engine up with like the outskirts, Potter Ceramics, clay oven stuff. And on the side, that gives me room parts. And that usually means I'm not building the first room. I do think people generally over-prioritize first room. And, I only end up with first room... Well, the amount of times I end up with first room and I build the first room in round 5, it's a pretty high percentage. You don't need 3 actions to farm, it helps, but it's not needed, that's also true. Mighty, you just spectated an insane game with Outskirt Porter Family Friendly Home. That sounds fun. Yeah, Family Friendly Home really makes that work. I mean, Outskirts Porter is already fun enough, but... Or round 2. Right. Like yesterday, or whenever it was, because I really didn't have a good second action. Yeah, Rainier, the real secret is setting up strong feeding. Okay. Lolo didn't do what I thought, but, you know, that they did a sensible move. Okay, so here's where I don't have that much going on. I could play Shovel Bearer, but the rest of my stage is going to be start Sobake. So I could fence 13. Or I can plow. I'm gonna fence or plow here. 4 read, I don't need. I have no tempo on BMW because I have no stone. The problem with fencing... Oh, you know what I maybe should do instead is play Beer Table. Because otherwise I don't have a chance to play it. I found it. Fencing 13 would have been fine. Yeah, I'm starting with Food Basket. Actually, I'm not sure I need to start. Yeah, actually, I might not need to. I guess it would be better not to. Dictator is a risk to build a room, though. I guess if someone starts, I could build 4 stables. Weird situation I got myself into here. No, but if I start Food Basket, I have so second action, and I can grow Clay Deposit. It's not going to be the world's best Clay Deposit, but it'll be a bit. Yeah, no, this is fine. I'll start because Food Basket is a sufficiently good action. Kudos that huge read pile around 9 courtesy of Outskirts. Outskirts ended up being a 4 read action for me through the first 2 stages, which is amazing. Got a Wood Rake over there. Also, Blue Star probably wanted to sow. So I'm just really trying to get in Blue Star's face here. Blue Star does take BMW. Very nice. Whoa, followed by an immediate 5 read by Dictator. BM Wife. 10 food action. The fun line from last round is plow start so grow. There's the well from Lolo, the 3 stone last round enabling them to keep Pavior moving. Wow! What a surprise! Grow with beer table after sowing grain in stage 4. Yeah, maybe that works. I'm going to play as if I'm taking another grain action later this game, either in the form of feeding dish or manually. And I think that enables me to just, like, aggressively beer table. And tree gardener. Yeah, this doesn't unbeg anyone. If there is a chance to prevent, or to put someone into a beggar world, I would, but I don't expect that to happen. I'll just be quickly looking for it. If I beer table now, it makes sense? Okay, good. I'm glad I have your acceptance. This looks good to me, so... I don't think I need to start in order to grow next round, so I think I take 6 clay. God, fencing is really good. But the clay... I can't pass up. Blue Star is in plow sow territory. Difference between lines is marginal anyway? Okay. Imagine taking 10 food of reed when I could take 30 food of clay. Exactly. 15 food and 3 clay? Well, I probably want a Reno at some point. Kind of interesting. Do I actually worry about clay deposit anymore? Because I think... How many times am I actually using a clay space from here on out? Hopefully once? In which case, this is 2 food and a clay for a point? No. Hook knife is risky. So feeding dish it is. I don't care about throwing away a wood. And because of the simplicity of the combo, I think I do play Animal Dealer. Blue Star going to the fireplace. I guess it is worth noting just because there is an oven site in this draft. But I guess no one looks close to having a fireplace and a hearth. Dictator's game looks pretty good, except for being short on plows. And that's something that could be different if they had levered on 2 rooms. They would be putting even more wood into the game, though, so I guess I'm not completely sure how I feel about it. I'm glad Lolo doesn't have room parts here. It makes this stage for me very easy. In a dream world next round, I get fence animals grow. Maybe I don't need the animals. Fence plow grow? Also, even if I wanted the animals, Dictator should be taking them. Three stones on the board. I should think about 3 stone. 3 stone, fence grow. Stone for the joinery. Then stage 5, open up. Oh. Lolo with the fence 6. Somewhat unexpected. Well, that pushes fence up in the priority list for next round. To the point where Dictator might start for it. Blue Star taking some sheep. Dictator with a German Heath, that's fun. Yeah, the animals next round are all at 1. Or at least I thought they would be. Lolo's gonna Ock here instead of taking the pigs. Clay Hut Builder coming out. I'm happy to see that. Though maybe not as happy as Blue Star and Dictator, who just had, who with that get better access to Urgent Wish. Because Lolo's going to easily have parts for pottery in 2 rooms. Or at least the non-read parts. Dictator Ocking again. Truffle Searcher's fun. Okay, so it turns out... fence pressure is not a thing right now. I mean, it still kind of is. But I can probably take stone or plow first. Blue Star is like 1,000,000% sowing first action. Well, could risk it. Agricola is a hard game. I will let the stone roll over to someone else. My thinking is that I can very possibly win this game without joinery. There's an awkward little thing where it's sufficiently better for me to grow with a miner. The miner, well, it would have to be hook knife. And that actually means that if I delay fences, I can get 2 more points out of my fence action. I think everything still gets done in time, but it's not great. Blue Star going for 2 read here over just Colliery. Okay, Dictator making my decision a lot easier. That's an interesting read move. Yeah, they lose the boar now. Well, I get Stone Grow. Sure. This isn't what I was planning on, but it's at least as good. Why did I forget Food Basket? I don't know. This Potter Ceramics Tree Gardener stuff is just nasty. And I'm really looking forward to this feeding dish. Red did not take pigs. I am also surprised. Alright, Hook Knife is maybe a little greedy. On the other hand, I think I just can. I think the opportunity cost is a food. I don't understand what Truffle Searcher's for, yeah. Blue Star Ocking instead of sowing? Usually with Carrot, you want to be sowing in harvest rounds. So this is a little surprising to me. This is -3 stone. Well, unless it's plow sow, in which case it's -3 wood. So I guess it's alright. Stable Cleaner is good. Expected me defense? Oh, last round maybe, yeah. But like they should have taken the action that gave them 2 breeding pairs instead of 1. I don't think that's too controversial. Lolo does get to Ock again. They play their last Ock, Papermaker it up. They do not get to Swagman to room, or at least to build a room. Big time stagehand. That might... Yeah, I mean, that's probably worth an action. Not a bad stagehand when it lets you proc 2 other cards. Dictator taking 2 wood here for future Joiner of the Sea, so that's like 5 food, I guess. Alright, another check to see if I'm going to be procking anyone's... Or not procking, unbegging anyone. Nope. Definitely not. Alright. The next decision I have to make is, do I want to fence 13 or 15? 13 lets me buy joinery. But what I'm doing right now should be fence animal dealer. Animal. Cultivation flips, which is amazing for me. Lola with the wood rake probably wants to start player next round, which means I get so round 14 pretty easily if that does happen. How do they breed sheep without fences? Yeah, they did need fences to breed sheep. Love the question marks on the veggies. Yeah, bit of a oddity there. I think I probably fence 15. Joinery's ideal, but there's also breeding space that is probably important enough to care about. Looks like I might have to expensive Ock. Okay, we have a first pick chimney sweep, meaning Blue Star is a reed stone away from Reno. Start player from Dictator with that food basket. The Reno queue is getting kind of ugly, but Animal Dealer is going to be more important. I mean, there are still worlds where I just don't Reno. Like, a fair few. Exactly, Sivir. Oh, no. Well. I gave away my plans. Alright, there's a reed, wood, 3 clay. There goes more clay. You don't want to live in the worlds where we don't renovate? Look at how awful the Reno queue is. There's 4 Reno actions left in the game. And, like, 6 desired by the table? Give me this glorious Animal Dealer feeding dish combo. Also give me Sheep Market for my hook knife. And then give me Sheep Market again, so that I actually hit hook knife. And then I can Sheep Walker or take pigs. Yes, yes. So this is part of why my plan works, is because these combo. According to the publisher's rulings on stuff, these do combo. But it's unintuitive junk like this, which hints at some of the publisher's rulings being not so good. Yeah, it works with Wholesaler as well. I am down to 0 food. Okay, Lolo, first or last. Okay. Actually, do I just go second? Because Blue Star needs wood? And I need Sobake. Am I worried about Lolo's game? Not really. Whose game am I worried about? Hold up. Yeah, there's too much pressure on everything. I'm in a good enough position to do this. Oh, nice game trade. Hey, CW. It's a very interesting question. The Agricola police are outside. Why shouldn't I just build Stone Oven and... be happy? Because happiness... happiness is not overrated. Exclam JFR. For real. No, Sivir, that's with the expansion. I don't have to worry about the expansion right now. Yeah, my game looks very good, I agree. I'm not worried about very much here. Um, I can go Animal Dealer Sheepwalker. Stone Oven is good for my... Well, we'll see what Lolo does, because Lolo could take Stone Oven even though they're fed. So they might not. Oh, and Lolo gets a stage hand here. It's nice for them. Fencing 8 instead of 9. That's an interesting decision. What are they saving a wood for? Second well? Yeah, Papermaker, Kappa. Okay, rip Stone Oven. So I guess I'm taking Reno parts with one of my moves. Because that'll buy me either Reno or Cultivation. It does mean I need to not use Potter Ceramics, but that's not a huge deal. There's no real difference between these except for a food. And prevention of BMW, but whatever. Saving a wood for spite fences. Want to buy trowel, yeah. Lolo saying in chat, whoops, forgot to build all my fences. Blue Star doing some stable cleaning. Has a bunch of free veggies to eat. Maybe 3 stables because of cow breeding. Envious of the amount of food in this game? It's been nice. It has been nice. Okay, so I'm for sure taking Sheep Market. Unless Dictator takes it. Which would be kind of a shock. Yeah, when they can do that. Now Truffle Searcher is nice. Um... Bit of a brain freeze here. It's possible that I don't need this sheep for any reason. I'm trying to work through the options here. I'm gonna get a 4th. They breed to 6 by the end of the game. I can Sheepwalker after they get to 6 and turn 5 of them into pigs. I'm already getting the feeding dish. Hey, Trollo. And hey, if Thurman was stealing Stone Oven right, put a lot of pressure on him. I don't know. Pass? I don't feel like paying 2 food to possibly have a stable move. You're confused? Did I do something wrong? Yeah, tell me after the game if I messed something up. Oh. Joinery is a point better than Beer Keg. Except for feeding, right? And I do have... some kind of food shortage, maybe? Also, I'm not completely sure I get Reno. I still might be getting Plauso. In which case I would want the wood for joinery. Okay. We get 1 Reno. Alright, do you want a 5-point cultivation or a 3-point Reno fence? Oh, 4, true. They forgot to build their 15th fence. They can now, but... And too bad it's not a 7-pointer. They don't have enough fields. We get to neuter the chimney sweep a little here, too. Blue Star is going to have a nice 10-ish point fence action. But yeah, I really like my position here. Not that much wrong with it. I'm gonna take pigs here. Blue Star's behind me with Wholesaler. And Lolo's plowing. No need for Sheepwalker. Rather pay a food for the feeding dish grain. The Woodrake dream lives, true. Very true. Alright, and I can still go for joinery. There isn't that much downside, because I get stables if I miss out. Yeah, looks good. I guess Beer Keg is fine enough, too. I have 5 grain right now, 1 to beer table, 3 to keg, 1 to be saved. Field fences. That is better than the action I expected by 2 points. So it's a 12-point fence action. And then they have Reed or Clay for food plus a point. Oh, that looks Ranch Provosty, but that's partially because it doesn't matter, right? My capacity is still fine to end on 6-3-4. Yeah, no, my game's great here. Lolo does have a 3-point so. Takes... Oh, that's not Lolo. That's Dictator. That is bad news for stables, but... joinery is still possible. Or I could play it safe and go Beer Keg. Wait a sec. Food is an issue. Right? I can't fully Beer Keg. Lolo going for a cow over the 3-point so bake. Oh god, how many points is it for me? Okay, I'm winning, so I'm gonna do safe stuff. I'm gonna play Beer Keg and take Clay. Also, joinery I could never have built. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Also, I could have taken Clay into start. Missed that. Took me long enough to realize. That's true. Okay, pretty happy with my game here. Wait a sec. Am I still missing a food? Do I really have to keg one less than I want to? Yeah. Oh well. I have the last action of the game, which means I can put 2 read onto Grove for no reason. That's pretty fun, right? Curious how I'm missing a food is because I forgot in my head that Beer Keg gives me 3 food. I'm not missing any food. So I turn 2 grain points into 4 grain points. I breed 3, so I end with 46 and 7 building resources. Yep. Nope, 48 hook knife. Pretty nice. I mean, given the rest of the table had struggles hitting 40. Pretty good showing for me here. Growing 4th. NBD. Place a person. Yeah, thanks, Mighty. GG's. I don't think I'm missing a grain. Without the clay action, yes. 5 plus 3 is 8. Good. That's a habit I adopted from standardized tests when I was in high school. Because, like, obviously I'm good at math, but, like, I would often do the arithmetic too fast. And what really helped me was slowing down to a ridiculous degree, doing that kind of, saying that kind of thing. Not out loud, but, like, writing it on paper. Looks like I have 1 more point than I thought I did. Maybe I'm not that great at math. Hey, Dictator, GG. Yeah. I miscounted the grain. Oh, yeah, I have 2 grain points, but I was only losing 1. Yeah. That's it. I knew I had 5 grain, and I knew that was worth 2 grain points, but I subtracted both of them for some reason. Alright, nice win, though. Yeah, I guess... I don't really know how Animal Dealer Feeding Dish made it all the way around, because that is a nice combo. Oh my god. You know what else happened in this game, chat? I broke a curse. I broke the curse! I never win games with 4 people in 4 clay rooms. It's really a 4-room loot house? Yeah, I was gonna make that excuse too. But... yeah. Clearly it's fake clay because I was baking it into bread all game. That's also true. God, how many... how many did I bake? Like 7 or 8? 9. I baked 8 clay and 1 grain into 45 food. That's pretty sick. Yeah, Heroic Logic. The elo is climbing. This is my 3rd time being over 690 elo, I think. Yet to hit 700. We might be getting there soon. We might not. Good to see Potter Ceramics pop off. It doesn't happen so often in this set. True. I mean, that first pick Baker got ultra mega rewarded. You would go one more for 700. Yeah, we're built differently. Yeah, I don't know, Mighty W. It depends on how I feel in a few hours. You thought you had nice food with the Baskmaker's Wife when the first 2 actions were Outskirts Collier. Yeah, I don't know where Waterworker went. Also, you asked about Cobb. I didn't take Cobb. I took Clay Deposit instead. Waterworker died in your hand? Okay. I'll go one more for 700 on Monday. That is very possible too, Civ. Who's the highest rated at the moment? I think it's Chen. I think Chen's like 730. CW unsubscribing, that's fair. I did say I was going to wheel the Cobb, and then I decided to do something else. Also, Sam probably unsubscribed too, because I took Shovel Bearer and never used it. I just disappointed some important people in chat. What was I going to look up? I can join Pat Robertson in the 700. That's not what I wanted. $725 for Chen. CW in 3rd. 704 for 2nd place. And 725 for number 1 right now. You almost took the Shovel Bear. You'd love a streamer-only lobby with split Twitch screens? That's happened a few times before. Definitely hasn't happened in quite a while. But if you, I don't know how easy it would be to set up. There's a lot of coordination just to get, like, 4 people together. You figured Joiner of the Sea was more guaranteed to discern early food boost. Yeah, I mean, I personally hate Joiner of the Sea, so. Chen has been here for ages, that's true. Yeah, Heroic Logic. I don't think, I think maybe not. You first picked the Lover, right. You're gonna lose 50 elo to this, in this game against Zatch. Alright, no, comments, obviously, but... Is it this one? Yeah, this might be the game you're referring to. Well, hope you enjoy your time above 700. That one too, yikes. Aha. Yep. I'm sorry, bud. Oh, yikes. Yeah, Agricola's hard. Like, you're gonna win a lot, you're gonna lose a lot. But, to get over 700 in the first place is really impressive, so... You know, I hope you are indeed, like, not sarcastically proud about where you've gotten, because that is really cool. I let you build in round 5 Dictator with teal parking, so you shrugged and said, why not? Yeah, it's reasonable as a thought, but I don't know. It's not what I do, but people are allowed to have different playstyles than me. I'm not claiming I have the perfect playstyle. I would not do that. Thanks, Killzor. Appreciate it. And glad to help, CW. I doubt you learned it all from me. But it's very nice of you to say. Valchan is nuts. Let's see how many games Valchan is in right now. How? How? Valchan playing the numbers, yeah. My god. You haven't played 72 games in 3 years. Yeah, seriously. 2030 Agricola Team World Championship, Team USA, me, Rainier Gray, CW, all trying to beat Board Piano in the finals. Beat Board Piano Challenge? Impossible. It's like when people play 8 poker tables, except Agricola has a few more dimensions of things going on. Just a couple. Who's Board Piano? A very good player who hasn't played in a while. I don't think. I feel like I saw them... I mean, going on this list is stupid when I could just be going to their profile. But I thought I saw them on the list, which means they were at least semi-active not too long ago. No chance they're this low unless they quit out a few games. Oh, wow. Maybe they did get kicked. Yeah, they did. Apparently still logging in sometimes. June is likely the same player as Board Piano, but probably shouldn't make any firm conclusions there. Yeah, very good player. At least compared to me. I'm only 6 for 20 against them, though that includes, like, second versus third as a loss, and vice versa. But, from my point of view, Board Piano, very good. I don't see anyone to raid. This feels a little typical these days. I'm somehow leading the board games category on Twitch, so thank you all for watching. Glad you're enjoying the streams. I'm having fun showing off the great game of Agricola to everyone. Thanks for an incredible amount of support this week. It's like wild every time. BB Rage with the sub earlier this week, Kachi Slim with the Prime for 17 months, Brandon with the Prime for 27 total months, Mighty W with the sub, Aspheric with the Prime for 15 months, Rainier with the resub for 30 months, Rainier with a raid today, JPP with the Prime today, Grick Chick resub for 12 months, and Marushka a gift to Ace Spade, and Sivir with a resub as well. thank you all so much for the support. It means a lot, and it's super cool. Raid you. Are you live, CW? Well, if we raid into a blank channel, don't blame me. It's because I'm consistent. It's the #1 rule to have some success on Twitch, even though I just do it for fun. Just doing it for fun is like a big reason I can do it consistently, I think. Because I do stop myself and take rare breaks when I'm not having enough fun doing it. But yeah, thanks again everyone so much. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday, great weekend. We're gonna raid CW whether he's live or not. And I'll see you all next time whenever that is. Bye.